go. Now back at it again, getting everything set here. And now here we'll go. Waiting for something. And back and going, and that's going to be a hit out into right. That's going to drop, and that'll be over to Shoemaker. And so here we go again, waiting now a little bit more. And here we'll go. So back at it again. And Jackson Hicks going to be up. So now here we go. And he'll be on that. So now keeping it moving. That'll be strike one called 0-1 currently with the man on. So now here we go. Waiting for it still. 0-1 count. We got the out for Hicks. They got Simon on first and another on second after that single. And so now back at it again. They'll try, and that's going to curve out. That'll be an 0-2 for Lotzenizer. They have us going. So 1-1 now. Excuse me. With nobody out. Or excuse me, one out. And here we'll go. That's going to be down low, and that'll go out and over everywhere. So here we go. Hicks still up, waiting now. Eating anything he could get, really. So now we'll go. And he'll try to take that, and that'll go past Kashmarek, and they're going to rule that foul, however. And they're going to rule that foul. Now there's a bit of a argument. Simon wearing a jacket also, just noticed that. And that'll be a bit of a discussion. Hicks not thrilled about that. And so now here we go. Just needing a battle is Hicks. He's at a 2-2. And now here we go. Really needing to get anything he can. And he'll take that down low, but he'll foul it off at least. And now back at it again we go. And so now a little bit of a better stream here. Hopefully you can focus on that a little bit. That'll be a 2-2 still. Fighting for it with all his might is none other than Jackson Hicks. So that's what we do. Keep it rolling. And now back at it again. Still waiting for it. Still looking for something. The 2-2 now for Hicks, and we'll be right back out there. Simon going to try to run high ball. That's going to be up the middle. And Woodward's not going to be able to get there in time. And actually he is. And so he'll be out. Number 25 going to be up Keegan Mentrick. The right fielder. Number 25, Keegan Mentrick. So here we go. Not sure where else we're going to be able to go, but for context, that's just hit out past the middle up to Woodward. And that's going to be our situation that we have currently. So here we go. Waiting now a little bit longer. Top of our first inning. That's going to be hit by Mentrick, and that's going to go high and off the net. And that'll be a strike one for Lotzenizer, getting advantage of it early. So here we go again. Now moving it back on the 0-1 count. Bases loaded for Otsego. That'll be strike 2 thrown. Mentrick now down 0-2. Hicks, the hockey player, as well over at first. And they're all on. 1 out. Lotzenizer waiting. Going to get a good throw at that, but going to be just high. Mentrick not going to go. That'll be ball 1 of the count, making him have a 1-2. Base is still loaded for Lotzenizer. And he'll try again down low in the dirt. 2-2 count now for old Paulie. Still looking for something. He's at 25 thrown currently today. We'll see what else he's able to have, if he's going for more or not. Back to go. We'll look now. 2 outs. Just like that. And here we go. That's going to be high, ball 1. The number 3 currently of Colin Went being the designated hitter. So here we go. Going to be hit, contact made. That gets past Woodward. Hicks will score. They're going to try to score Simon also. And that's going to be up, and that's going to be out by a mile. And we're going to end it there. So, just like that, end of the first inning. Otsego to, I believe, only score 1. They may not count it either, and it doesn't look like they will. So, that will be 2 outs, and we're going to head to the bottom of the first inning. Just like that, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody. Colton Woodward going to be the man to lead off for the Eastwood Eagles here today, with none other than Bodie Simon on the mound currently. But here we go nonetheless. First pitch Woodward will see. And that's going to be ball one for him. Great way to start it off for old Woody. And that'll be the strike. So Woodward going to be looking for something here. Anything that he wants, he's got to try to get here. But here we go. Keeps it rolling. And now the next one up for Woodward on the 1-1. Going to keep it looking. And he'll try that again. So here we go. Woodward to try to take it back again. And so here now we go. Woodward on the 2-1. Looking for anything he can. And he'll take another one. So that's the 3-1 count. And Woodward going to get it back and try again. So now Brock Messinger, who is on deck, has the 3-1 for Woodward, but he's going to do something better, and he's going to nail that ball out in the left center. Woodward now going to round a little bit more. He's going all the way to second, and here comes Brock up to bat second. We go back at it again for Brock, looking for where he can go, and now back at it again. That'll be strike one, however, for Messinger as we keep it moving along now. Now keep it moving. We will keep it moving back. On the 0-1 for Messinger, here we go. Anything possible, he'll take that. That's going to be a short hop down over to first, and they'll get there in time. So here comes Caden Dunnell. Oh, we'll try again for Dunnell. Keeping it looking along now. Here we go. And that's going to be a high pop by Dunnell. That's going nowhere of any use. That's just going to be way behind us in the parking lot. So now here we go. And now we'll find it again. Now we'll keep it moving. Dunnell to take another one. That'll be an 0-2. And he's still waiting currently. Dunnell is in the bottom of our first. Otsego ruled currently. They are up 1-0. Kashmir is currently on deck. And that'll slide by. Not sure where exactly he wanted to take that one, but here we go. On the 2-1 now for Dunnell. We will go. So now Otsego up 1-0. Gonna wait for something. Contact made by Dunnell as well. That'll be strike two. So now on to 2-2. We're all even. Kashmir currently up. Waiting for his time, but Woodward was able to get on base. He's currently on third after able to run out the ball from Messinger that was hit. So now on a 2-2. Here he goes. Simon. Got to throw on in now to Dunnell. That's going right down the middle. That's going to curve. Woodward looks like he's going to want to tag up, and that's going to be caught in the right field by Metrick, and he's going to head home. And now it's a tie game. Drew Kashmir up.
Number 7. Number 7.
And now here we go. And now we'll be back at it again. Here we go. First one going to be wide and out, but Woodward's able to come home. And that'll be a good one indeed. So now here we go, keeping it rolling. And now going to try anything they can is Eastern. So now Kashmir on a 2-0 has it in their grasp, but getting ready to go. Doesn't seem too cocky at all. And so now here we go. Norton currently the one up next, followed by Paul Lotzenizer. So now Kashmir will try to make contact at least with that. Not quite going to be able to pull through on it. Now we're at a 2-2 count currently for Drew. There's 2 outs though. However, Eastwood able to tie it up with Woodward coming home. So now we're tied at 1, but we'll keep it trying to roll. That's going to make it a full count now for Kashmir. Hoping to get on base or maybe get a cut of the wind. You never know what happens after that. So now Kashmir up, going to get ready to go. That'll be taken into the dirt. He's going to take a trip. Just like that, Kashmir will go, and here comes Norton. And now Connor Norton going to be up next. And we're going to be looking forward to him now. But here we go. Now back at it again. Here comes Norton. For his first time today, anything possible. And he's just going to make high contact with that, and that's going to be caught in left field, it looks like. Yep, by Otsego. So they will take that, and we will get it going. We're going to be headed right back. We're going to have to take a break. Brayton Knapp, the one to catch that. Here we go. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody. Sorry for all the difficulties for today. And now, the third baseman, number 8, Jack Hartman. We're just trying to roll along with it. The iPad's been a little difficult today, but here we go. They just off a bunt for a base hit, able to get their 7th man, Grady Frank, the second baseman, and he's going to be going now. So here we go for him now. Lotzenizer still going, has yet to find a strikeout for today. Looking to see if he'll find his first one First one in the 1-1 game, but here we go. Another bunt right back to Lotzenizer. Not even going to try it. That's going right over to first base. The left fielder, number 18, Bray Knapp. And so here comes Knapp getting on it now. 2 back-to-back bunts. You don't see that often. And the sacrifice able to work. And both of them actually working because they're not only the sacrifice, but you're able to get them over originally. So here we go. That's going to be a high hitter by Knapp, though. And I'm calling it here. That's back to Lotzenizer and over to Kashmerek to bring back the first man in the lineup for Lincoln Fertig. The center fielder, number 4, Lincoln Fertig. So he'll be the first guy just to go like that. And here we go. There's 2 outs currently looking for it. Top of our second inning, tied at 1. And there's 2 outs as well. Fertig coming up again. He's 1 for 1. If you remember earlier, was able to get that hit out in the left, and that's going to go right back towards us. That'll be strike 1. And so just like that, the 0-1 make that 2. We're going to keep it looking. And that's going to be down and knocked, however, by Lotzenizer, able to save it. Frank actually able to get over to third after the Knapp ground out, if you will. So there's 2 outs, however, they do have a man on first, and that will be very useful as well. So here we go now for Lotzenizer to take it, going to be high and out. And that'll make it a 2-1 count now with 2 outs. Still waiting up ahead. Lotzenizer having a pretty good day so far. Talking to him quite a bit, but that's going to be a low grounder, and that's going to be fouled off. Roll out into foul territory before third. So that'll be strike 2. So now there's all 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Lotzenizer's at 33. Quite interesting if it's 32. However, it's not. He will be at 34. So now here we go. Paul to get set now to throw it in, and he's going to catch him swinging, but it's going to be a ground strikeout, and they're just going to have to go over to first base, and just like that, that will be an out just like it. So we're going to head to a break just for now at the end of the top of the second inning, so we will be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. We're back, everybody. Thank you for joining us. The pitcher, number 28, Paul Lotzenizer, coming up now. The pitcher, number 28, Paul Lotzenizer. And so here we go now for Paul. Today been quite an interesting day. Having a little trouble with the iPad, internet, all that, but all is well. Here comes Lotzenizer up for his first at-bat of the game in the bottom of our second. Simon still on the mound. First pitch seen by Paul will be swung at and will be missed. So that's going to be our first strike of the at-bat. That'll be going as well. That's going to be fouled, however, this time. So that should be an 0-2 count now for Paul. There's currently nobody out, so here we go. They'll be looking for something. On the 0-2, 1-1 your score. Lotzenizer, contact made on the third base side, but no, they're calling that fouled off. The ball gets through anyways, so that's probably going to be better, at least for Otsego, that they call it foul. Not sure why they did. Maybe that's a bit of a get-back call if they missed one earlier at first. Claimed to have hit the bag and they ruled it foul. Now here we go again. Bottom of our second inning, tied at 1 for both teams. Lotzenizer are going to be patient, and that's going to go down low. That'll be the first ball of his at-bat. On the 1-2 now for Lotzenizer. 2 strikes. Still waiting for it, and that'll be ball 2. So now a 2-2 for Lotzenizer. Odie Simon at 21 thrown currently with the wind going. So he's still waiting for it again, and he'll be a strikeout. So Simon will get his first, but here we go. Just up next, the designated hitter, Jack Sensinig. The designated hitter, number 21, Jack Sensinig. So now we'll try to find it again for Jack. Simon to get a good strikeout, though. Paul swings at it, so still not all is lost. It'll be strike 1, however, for Jack. And we're going to keep it waiting now, still seeing where exactly he'll line up. And keep it waiting. So now that'll be grounded over to the shortstop of Rowe and back for Sensinig, and they'll rule him out. That was a close one, but they're going to rule him against. But here we go, nonetheless. That'll be out number 2. And now we'll have Eric Kepler up, the third baseman. The third baseman, number 9, Eric Kepler. And so now we'll go. Kepler up. And we'll wait. So that'll be over and down in. That'll be the ball 1. So now a 1-0 count. And we'll keep it moving. That's going to be near his face. Hepler going to have to get out of the way for that one. Does not want to eat that. That'll be ball 2 hours. So now a 2-0. Now it'll be down low back for Hepler. And Simon's going to have to try to run him out, and he will. And so here we go. That will this time be out number 3, and we're going to keep it going. This is the end of 2. We'll head to the top of the 3rd inning, so don't go anywhere. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. Hello, everybody. Easton Jeremy going to be on the plate currently to get it going against the Lumberjack Paul Lotzenizer. And here we go for some Eastwood baseball and his first pitch as well. Going to be ball 1 against Lotzenizer. So now he's at a 1-0. And we're still going. And now Lotzenizer going to try again. That'll be outside. Ball 2 of the at-bat. So already a difficult situation as Lotzenizer. So now on the 2-0, that'll be inside, curve back in. That'll be ball 3 just like that rolled. As it's a little chilly today, but now Paul's going to try to throw again, and here we go. That's inside, and that's just going to be ball 4 for a walk. Jeremy going to get on base, and now we'll have the number 23 of Bodie Simon. The pitcher, number 23, Bodie Simon. And so now we'll keep it trying a little bit longer. And here we'll go. Simon going to be up, and we'll see what he wants to do now. Now back at it again. We'll keep it going now. Simon going to try to find something, and that's going to be down low. Norton to throw up to Woodward. Does he get it there or not? And they'll rule him safe. So the stolen base by Jeremy going to be successful. That's going to be an unfortunate one that you might want to try to get back for Eastwood, but I'm not sure when you're going to be able to. But that will be unfortunate nonetheless. So now still waiting, back on it. Jeremy looking for somewhere to go, and he'll get set now. And now they're trying to figure out if Woodward tagged him or not. But they'll keep it waiting. They'll just keep him on first. 0-1 count for Jeremy. He gets to second off a stolen base attempt. So now Bodie Simon going to take a cut at it. And that's going to be strike 2. So now there's an 0-2 count. And at least now it's in the favor of Paul Lotzenizer. So now Lotzenizer going to take it. Curve down and low. That's going to be saved. So now a 1-2. Lotzenizer going to get it back. He gets set on the 1-2, looking for another strikeout. He'll take it. And contact made by Simon, and that's just going to be a flopper out into center. And Donnell's going to have to chase that. He'll get all the way to second, standing up, and they'll score 1 for Otsego. That's going to be unfortunate, but here comes the number 19 now for the Otsego Knights. Going to be, well, it looks like there's not a 19 on our roster. And here, so it'll be 19, actually, James Hicks. The catcher, number 19, James Hicks. And we'll keep it going on the 0-1 now. That'll be high and hit. So that's on for 1 out. Kashmir going to try to chase that. Is the speed going to allow him? No, it will not. That's going to be outnumbered for Eastwood. So now they're at an 0-1, however, still. Good place to start. Now you have an out. You just got to avoid Simon coming home and making it a 3-1 game. Just after the previous roller that went into center, Donnell had to get. So we're at the we're at a 2-1 count now. Waiting for somewhere to go. That's going to be just a tad out for Lotzenizer. He's at a 1-1 count now. Still only 1 out still. So all ones. Lotzenizer going to get set, contact made. Ludhart going to be able to recover. They'll throw home. And they'll call him safe. They call him safe. Simon comes home. The tag was made, but it's ruled not in time. And Colin Wentz up. The designated hitter, number 3, Colin Wentz. And then also 2 of the commotion. Medtrick tried to head for second. He's rolled out. That's out number 2. But unfortunately, Otsego to score. That'll make it a 3-1 game. Eastern now going to be down 2 already. The bottom of our third. So now here we go. 2 outs. No one on now. That'll curve in. Is that the way that it was planned? No, it is not. That'll be ball 1. On a 1-0, that's going to be high. Make that ball 2. So now a 2-0. There's 2 outs currently. We're keeping it rolling. So, on the 2-0, They'll be back. They'll be set. And contact made. Made back a 2-1. That's going to go out foul for the Otsego Knights. Now they have 2 outs. They still are leading the count, which is a good sign for them. And that'll be outside as well again, ball 3. So now a 3-1 with 2 out. Otsego putting their backs against the wall here. And that'll be strike 2 at it. So now a full count. Quite the way that they wanted to go. So now lots of odds. They're going to throw, contact made, contact set. Hits off of something too. Not sure what it hit. But nonetheless, it'll hit. Now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lotzenheiser in for Went. 1 for 1 today. They'll rule that ball 4. The second baseman, number 9, Grady Frank. That is unfortunate because he'll walk and go to first. So now Went will be on. Not quite what was expected, but Frank's 0 for 1 today. Gotta hope that you get something if you're Eastwood down. And that'll be ball 1. So now a 1-0. And they're waiting for something. Clapping to start. Now it's at it. On the 1-0, 2 out. They'll try. And that'll be a strike. So now a 1-1 count. Frank looking for something. And so lots of eyes are going to try to give it to him, and that'll be strike 2. So now a 1-2. There's 2 outs. A good opportunity here for Lotzenizer looking for something. Not sure what exactly, but you really need to try to end this inning. So at the top of the third, going to get him jabbing at it. And that'll be the end. So we're going to head from the top of the third into the bottom of the third. And we will be right back with that information. So we head to the bottom of the third. Otsego up 3-1, and we will be back. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. And now we're back officially for some Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. Dan Ridenauer here. Thank you to you for choosing us to watch some Eastwood Baseball today. Bit of a tough situation for Eastwood. They are down by 2, as you can see at the bottom of the third. Cam Shoemaker currently up, and Bodie Simon still going on the mound, however. First pitch inside, however, for Shoemaker. That'll be ball 1. Make that ball 2. The dirt and bounce a little bit, so that will be ball 2. 2-0 now for Shoemaker. Only one Eastwood batter today has been able to take a trip. And Shoemaker is not the one. So now here we go. Now he's back at it again. So Shoemaker will go curve. That's strike 1. So now a 2-1. And here we go. Waiting for something here. 2-1. Shoemaker going to wait high again. That's a 3-1. So now he's got a bit of a good situation here for him. With Woodward up again. And Shoemaker's the last batter for the rotation. Down low, and that's ball 4. So he's going to take a trip. And here comes Colton Woodward. The shortstop, number 1, Colton Woodward. And now here we'll go. Woodward going to need something. Just gets Shoemaker on first. Nobody out, so that's a good sign as well. Now that'll go high, ball curved. We're going to rule that a ball 1. So now a 1-0 count. And here we go for Shoemaker. He's still on first. Woodward currently up to bat. So we'll see what he wants to do. That's a high curve ball again. This time about landed in the same spot. They'll rule it a strike. Landed his head close. Not really what they had in mind. However, that's what you're going to get. So now a 1-1 count. Messinger up next. Woodward to swing at that, and he'll miss his cut. So that's going to be a strike 2 called. 1-2 now for Woodward. And they're going to try to keep something moving along. So Woodward now at it on a 1-2. Going to look for something that's high. And will miss him just barely, so he does not get hit on that one. But nonetheless, that's going to be quite the outcome. And here we go now. Woodward going to be waiting now on the 2-2. Down low in the dirt. Shoemaker will go. And just like that, it's a good block, but he's still going to get to second. Now a full count for Woodward on a 3-2. And now here we go for discussion. Shoemaker looking for something. Bottom of the third, 3-1 score, but a 3-2 count. And Simon will throw that. And Woodward's going to make contact. That goes over to short of Rowe. He's going to try to make the throw over. And they'll rule him out. The left fielder, number 3, Brock Messinger. So now here we go for Brock. Yeah, Shoemaker, he's going to be on second, just able to advance. Still go Woodward to ground out. Now we'll wait. So to head back over. That'll be rolled a strike 1 for Brock. So he's at an 0-1 count currently. So he'll still be waiting. After the 0-1, Brock to throw, get ready. That's going to ground over, same spot to Rowe. This time, however, a little bit of a fumble. That's going to be a high ball and ruled safe. Shoemaker going to have to get back to second. And here comes Caden Donnell, the center fielder. The center fielder, number 4, Caden Donnell. And here we go again. For Donnell, Messinger was ruled 0 for 0 today. We'll see where Donnell stands, but Messinger able to reach on the error. So now 2 Eagles will be on base. Donnell ruled the same. As that'll be high and out. That'll be ball 1. So now a 1-0 for Donnell. And we'll keep that waiting. Now 1. So Donnell, 1 pitch in his lead currently. Anything could change. He'll wait down low in the dirt, saved by Hicks. Well, that makes it a 2-0 and gives Donnell the advantage. He'll still be keeping it moving on the 2-0. 1 out. Inside, Donnell to wait. And They're still going to rule that a 3. So now 3-0. Donnell definitely taking advantage of these kind of off speed, a little outside wind taking at pitches. And that'll go again. So Donnell going to try again. Takes it on a 3-0 down the middle, making it a 3-1 count. So Donnell going to need something. And on the 3-1, here he goes. Donnell going to take it down in the dirt, and that's going to be ball 4. So the base is loaded. He's going to take a trip. And here comes the first baseman of Drew Kashmarek. The first baseman, number 27, Drew Kashmarek. And so he'll find something to go here, and we're going to have a bit of a coaches meeting. On the top, mound visit. I don't think we're going to be switching anybody just yet, but now that we have a bit of a break, I guess you could say, in the action, I would like to share some announcements with you that I find important. So everybody, for athletics last night, the boys and girls track and field teams were victorious against Otsego. The boys won 103-34. The girls won 92-45. Winners for the Eagles were Reagan Russell, Leah Emsch, Bryn Sheets, Vanessa Evans, Austin Miller, AJ O'Brien, Ben Bueller, Henry Howard, Andre Lewis, Daquan Oliver, Mallory Sandberg, Lauren Sherman, Macy Shoemaker, Josie Applehans, Bella Provo, Kyrie Headline, Carissa Nelson, Zuri Sanford, Colin Brogan, Kevin Lewis, Hayden Holter, Caitlin Steiner, Jesse Pori, Camille Foose, Emily Payne, John Stewart, Hunter Lauer, and Piper Sutton. And here we go. So now with 1 out, Kashmarek going to go. Another ball thrown that'll make it a 1-0 count. With anybody interested in running high school cross country next fall, Wednesday, May 7th during AA in the High School Media Center. If you're interested but cannot attend, there will be a meeting. Please email Mr. Howard to get the information. Knock the ball, however, back to Coach Leedy over on the left side. Looks like it almost knocked the cover off, actually. But that'll be a foul ball, strike 1. So now there's all ones for the number 27 of Drew Kashmarek. So he'll go back again. On the 1-1 with an out. Contact made. Looks like it knocked the barrel almost, but they're going to have to rule that foul. Shoemaker hits the plate, so he would have been home definitely. Now they're still waiting. On the 1-2 currently, there's 1 out. So now 1-2 for Kashmarek. Simon will try to get set. And he'll try to knock it on a curveball, but he keeps his at bat alive at least. That'll be out and wide. Foul ball called. So now on a 1-2 we go. Waiting for it here. Anything's possible. On a 1-2, there's 1 out currently. With 1 out. Kashmarek to get ready. And to get set. So he'll go in, curveball, Kashmarek down low and not going anywhere. 2-2 count, Kashmarek using some logic there. He's not going to swing at that. That'll go in his favor. So now here we go. On the 2-2 with the 1 out. Here we go again. On a 2-2 with 1 out. Kashmarek goes, gets set, almost hits him in the head, but just like that, he goes from an 0-2 to a full count. That'll make it 3-2. Kashmarek avoided getting hit. That's a good thing. So now here we go. Full count, 3-2. Kashmarek will be ready. And just he'll wait, and he will go. That'll be ball 4, and everybody's going to take a trip around the bases. And now here comes the catcher, Connor Norton. The catcher, number 2, Connor Norton. And so Norton going to get in just like that. Good way as well. Eastwood to make it a 3-2 with the bases loaded after the Kashmerick walk. And so they've started to get some momentum going. And really, now is the time. And it's kind of funny, too, that it's now. Because if you look at the averages for, base whenever they score the most, their average at the first inning with 1.8 is when they score the most. Looking at runs as well. Last time they got their high of all 3 runs were scored in the second inning. With Donnie getting 13 strikeouts. Currently, all their runs have been currently split between the first and the third inning. But Norton going to knock one a little bit over. Messinger to get home to tie it, and that's going to be just fine. As Norton will sacrifice himself, and here comes Paul Watson. The pitcher, number 28, Paul Watsonizer. And so now we'll go for Paul. We'll score Messinger. So now we're tied up at 3. Waiting for something here. So now Donnell's at third, Kashmerick at second. Nobody is at first. Watsonizer looking to get into play, try to score one of those 2, but that's a strike. Called. So now an 0-1 for Paul. And here we go. He's hit a couple home runs in his past couple of years. Seeing if he can repeat. On the 0-1 now for Paul. He'll go, contact made, knocked off the bat, foul ball. Make that an 0-2 count. So now he's on an 0-2. And he'll have to be active again. So now 0-2. 2 outs. Wait, contact made. Does that split between third? No, it doesn't. Picked up by Hartman. Doesn't get the throw anywhere. No, it doesn't. And here comes Jack Sensenig, the designated hitter with Donnell to score. The designated hitter, number 21, Jack Sensenig. And so now here we go. And he's up now. Bases on the low end with Watsonizer at first, Kashmerick still at second. Donnell coming home, however. Off of that makes it 4-3. That'll be strike 1 calling on the first. However, Eastwood to get a good lead here, 4-3 here in our third. Eric Kepler currently due next. So now Sensenig will go down and low. That'll be ball 1. So now a 1-1 count is what we will have. Now back at it again. On the 1-1. Sensenig to make contact with it, and everybody's going to be forced, and that's just going to be the end of the third inning. Eastwood able to get it, however, but we will be right back for the top of our 4th inning. So don't go anywhere. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to another beautiful day of Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. Sorry about that. But here we go. Eastwood just having a phenomenal previous inning that they were able to have. 4-3 currently your score. Had both teams having an explosive third inning. Otsego scoring 2, Eastwood scoring 3. And that's what put them in the lead now. Make that a 1-1. Lotzenizer to throw another one to Hartman. He's 0-0 on today. Lotzenizer's at 60 flat now after that. So here we go. Paul to throw. Contact made out and wide. That's going to be strike 2 at bat. 1-2 count now for Paul. And we're going to keep it moving. So here we go again on the 1-2. And now looking to find something. On a 1-2, nobody out. Inside. Make that a 2-2 count now. So here we go again. On a 2-2. And that's going to be strike 3 and the strikeout. And so now the number 18 now of Brayton Knapp's going to be up. The left fielder, number 18, Brayton Knapp. So here we go. 0-0 count. There's one out currently. And now here we go. I'll swing at his first one. That's going to be strike 1 call. So now an 0-1 for him. Brayton, only a sophomore, still anticipating what he can. Now a 1-1 count, however. And here we go. Going to be high contact made. And that's a 1-2 chasing that one out high. So now Lotzenizer. Going to try to close it out here, and he will get him. Looking on a strike 3 called and another strikeout for Paul. And that'll go past Ludhart trying to throw the ball around. They're going to have to recover that, but we'll be right back to the order in Lincoln Furtick. The center fielder, number 4, Lincoln Furtick. And so that'll be another strikeout for Lotzenizer that he'll be able to have. Looks to be his third one today, so how about that? The only game notes given out this year was against Otsego to Caden Donnell. Try to get another one. Nobody on. 1-0 count. This is exactly what you wanted for defensive presence. That's going to make it a strike 1 as well, 1-1 with 2 outs. This is, what you can expect in a situation like this. And now that'll be a 1-2 count now. And now here we go. 1-2 and no! Across the plate, not going to go. Now we're at a 2-2 count. 2 out currently. And that's going to be the one to end it. So that will be a curveball in. Lotzenizer going to try that and gets it away. That'll be his 4th strikeout of the day. And we will head right back. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. Welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood's Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. Bottom of our fourth inning, going to start off with Hepler getting hit. And he's going to take a trip, and just like that, a bit of a violent way to start it. But the bottom of the fourth inning begins. Cam Shoemaker going to be up on next. The right fielder, number 5, Cam Shoemaker. And so now here we go. Not the way that Otsego wanted to start it by any means, but that's how they will. So here we go. Bottom of the fourth, Eastwood up 1. We're going to get off to a pretty well start. They're going to have a man on just like it. And here we go now. So Shoemaker going to be back at it again. 1 on now he's got in his favor. Of course, here comes the bunt. That's going to be right back to Simon. They're going to choose to throw the first. And he'll get out by fielder's choice, and we'll be back up with Colton Woodward. The shortstop, number 1, Colton Woodward. Now here we go. Good sacrifice there by Shoemaker to get him going. And so now Woodward going to be the one up after a sacrifice. And Hepler to come up, and it looks like a new man might be pitching. Drew Kashmerek going to be the relief pitcher for Lotzenizer. He's in his 60s, approaching 70s. And you really got to try to reduce the risk of using him as much as possible. 0-1 count now for Woodward. You just have to be careful using Paul, Donnie, and Drew too much. 0-1 count, and that's going to go to Woodward. That's going to find the gap, and it will. That's going to squeeze on by. They're going to send, no, they will not send Hepler home, but they're going to put Woodward in a bit of a pickle, and they're just going to force him back. And now here comes Brock Messinger. The left fielder, number 3, Brock Messinger. And so now he'll be up. And they're waiting to see what he wants to do exactly, but they're going to have a bit of a visit. I'm not sure if they'll consider pulling him out or not, but this might be the end that we've seen for Simon today, and looks like there is. And it looks like Mentrick's going to be warming up on the mound currently for the Otsego Knights. Oh, no, excuse me now. This looks like Nemo Barnes, the sophomore, is going to be going. The relief pitcher for the Otsego Knights, number 29, Nemo Barnes. Now here we go. Nemo Barnes going to be currently up. They have been using him as a pitcher lately. They used him a little bit, if you remember correctly. They used him a little bit the last time Eastwood had played Otsego, and that was on the road. But now here we go. Quite the time to find it. And it's really going to be whatever you make of it in this bottom of the fourth. Coming out of the game was around 75 thrown was Simon. So roughly a little below the average, but still there. And here comes Brock Messinger going to be on next. They'll have Woodward at third, at first, Hepler at third. And the corner is going to be painted as so. So now Barnes is up. And here we go again. All even now. Here comes Barnes as a relief. And they'll find something down low. And that's going to get a little nerdy 1-0 count now. They're still rolling with it. On a 1-0 now. Messinger to wait. Looking for something. He'll hit it. That's going to be a Woodward to steal. The ball's muffed just a tad by Hicks, so he'll get there safely. 2 now are in scoring position for Eastwood in this bottom of the fourth inning. And Barnes not off to the start he wanted. 2-0 count now, and he's got one out to work with that he got previously from Simon. So now here we go. On the 2-0. That'll be a 2-1. Messinger to wait. Looked a tad down low to the right, but still finds its way back in. And we'll keep it moving. 2-1 count now. Here we go. Anything possible. High and then down in. That'll be strike two. So now a 2-2 count going with one out currently. Messinger has it to his advantage, but here we go. Even dogfight now between Barnes and Messinger. Going to kick in. Brock to make contact. That's just going to be fouled off. That's going nowhere, so we'll keep it moving. And bit of a discussion. Not sure what was going on there, but had to throw it home to Hicks, the catcher, and then back to Barnes. So on the 2-2, here we go. That'll be knocked by Messinger. That's just going to be a flat to first. Nobody moves. Here comes Caden Donnell. The center fielder, number 4, Caden Donnell. And here we go now for Donnie. Just need to get a base hit with 2 out. Hopefully try to get somebody home here. But Hepler's at third, Woodward at second. Those are quite the speedy bunch, so you're definitely... It's not like you got the worst guys to have on base here. If you got to try to have a dog race. Oh, and they're going to intentionally walk him. And here comes Drew Kashmir. The first baseman, number 27, Drew Kashmir. And so here we go. So the intentional walk going to go the favor that Eastwood needed, so they're going to do that deliberately. And here we go. Going to be fouled off to start for old Drew Kashmir. He's 0 for 0 mark today. Barnes at 6 thrown. Now he's got an 0-1 count with 2 outs. Connor Norton due up next. Connor still has his catcher's pads on. Indeed be to get out there as quick as possible. But now on a 1-1 with 2 out. He gets ready to go. So now on a 1-1, here we go. 2 out. Barnes kicks it into Kashmir. That will be rolled ball 2, just a tad low. And that'll keep him moving. So now we'll try to get set. And he'll try to get that in, and that's going to be ball 3. So now a 3-1 for Barnes. Not what you wanted, but still. That will be good for Kashmir. 2 outs now on a 3-1. Kashmir to make contact. That's going out into left center. Is that going to be gone? And that's going to drop. So Eastwood's going to score Hepler. They'll score Woodward. They're going to try to score Donnell. And now Kashmir's going to be at a bit of a rundown. But they're going to score 3. And Kashmir's going to get out. And so they're going to have a bit of a discussion. 3 scored. Okay, so 3 scored. Going to make it 7-3 for Eastwood. And how about that? So we'll get it going. Kashmir inevitably getting out, but nonetheless, here we go. Great way to get it going. We will head to the top of the 5th inning. Eastwood up by 4 now. This is Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball here in Eastwood Sports Media. We're getting everything set and looking forward to today. So thank you for choosing us for some baseball coverage. I am none other than Dan Rydnar, and here we go. Back at it again. Top of our fifth inning, Eastwood getting an explosive hit from Kashmir and then able to score 3 from it. Now that time to play some defense. 1-0 count. Nobody out. They'll take it again. That's going to be strike 1 to be called. So now at a 1-1, there's nobody out. And we'll keep it going. And that'll be down low again. That'll be strike 2. Or I guess that'll be the first strike the at-bat called. So now at a 1-1, there's only 1 out. Going to try at it again, and that's going to be out wide. So that'll be strike 2. Now at a 1-2 count. Only 1 out still to have. And here we go. Now on the 1-2, Kashmir going to deal and get it. And they're going to rule that as an outside just a tad. That'll be ball 2. So now a 2-2 count. Nobody out. Jeremy currently 0 for 1 today. And they'll try again. Contact made on the high pitch, however, going to be a little bit of a flop to Luthart. Does the throw get there in time? And yes, it does. Here comes Bodie Simon. Number 23, Bodie Simon. And so here we go. Gonna have to keep it moving. And we'll be right back at it again. So here we go. 1 out. Nobody on first. That'll be strike 1. So now here we go. Lots and eyes are getting started early. He has thrown an 80 now officially. So he'll be back. And that'll be high and up. So Ludhart's going to be tracking that. And then it's to Kashmir more or less. And that will be good. So now here comes James Hicks. The catcher, number 19, James Hicks. So Hicks is up, and here we go. Anything possible here, really. Hicks has been having quite a day. 1 for 2 currently. And 2 outs now after the flyout. The top of our 5th inning. And that'll be wide and out, not going anywhere, however. I'll be strike 1. So now we're at an 0-1 count with 2 outs currently. On the 0-1, 2 out. Down low, and oh, that could have hit somebody. Looks like it hit inside the dugout. And they're still discussing, looking over. That hit somebody or not. Kind of hard to see from inside the press box where that hit. But we're going to be back in play as if nothing happened. 0-2 count now after that. 2 outs. And lots and eyes are going to get them, but still keeping the at-bat alive. A foul ball right behind us this time. So here we go. Keegan Mentrick due up on deck. And so now here we'll go. On the 0-2 now. And he'll be back. Going to get him swinging, however, on the ground, and that's just going to be the end of it. So some good directions there, and we'll keep it moving. To head on back after the top of the 5th innings played. Quite the day to be an Eagle. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Lots and eyes are taking care of business. Eastwood up by 4, and we will be right back. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. Here we go, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us. In the bottom of our fifth inning, we go. Connor Norton going to be up. I'm Dan right on bottom of the fifth. Going to get set. Curveball in, thrown by Nemo Barnes for his first pitch, and that will be strike one called. So now an 0-1 for Connor, and we'll get it again. Norton chasing the outside curveball. That'll be strike two. So now an 0-2 count for Norton. Not looking promising, but as we've seen a lot of times today, anything can happen. 0-2 now. I'll go down low. Norton not swinging this time. Going to make it a 1-2. Now an 0-2. Norton getting set. He'll wait, and that's going to be curved and out wide. So now that's a 2-2 count. There's currently nobody out. And so they're still waiting for something. Really determines where you want to go with it. As Norton going to get contact over to third. The throw by Simon, and that's in time. And here comes Paul Otsenizer. The pitcher, number 28, Paul Otsenizer. So here comes Otsenizer. He's up currently and going to have to need something quick. And first pitch going to be ball one. Now back, bottom of the fifth. Otsenizer gets set down low. That's going to be ball two. So now a 2-0, 1 out. Really needs something. Norton's at bat ended the way he did not want, but we'll try again. That's strike one. Otsenizer. He's on a 2-1 right now with 1 out. And here we go. And so Bard's going to try to get set, and that's going to get inside to Otsenizer. That's a 3-1. So definitely going to get it close, and here we go. And so Bard's going to get set, and he'll get going. Otsenizer to make contact. That's going to be fouled off. That's going to be keeping the count at our same. There's 1 out currently in a full count with 3 balls and 2 strikes. So now here we go. And that's going to be high, and that's going to hit Otsenizer, and that'll be ball 4. And he, for the 5th time today, from an Eastwood player, he's going to take a trip. And just like that, Jack Sensenig will be up. The designated hitter, number 21, Jack Sensenig. So what a go for Sense. We'll find somewhere we can go. And they're showing support for Paul, the clapping and all for Paul. So now he's at first base. And now up to bat's going to be Jack Sensenig with Nemo Barnes on the mound for Otsego. He's thrown 22 today. Sensenig 0 for 2. But really looking for somewhere on the road. Otsego has only lost 1 game this season. They really need to find somewhere with it. So now, first pitch, we get ready. Barnes going to throw. That's going to be a high ball 1. Give it to the 1-0 count. So they'll find it with common opponents this season. Otsego has been 7-2, Eastwood 5-3. They definitely know each other. Played just 17 days ago, if my math serves me correctly. 16 days ago, actually. That'll be strike 1 also. So now there's a 1-1 count. Sensitive to look at that one. 1 out, and that'll take it. That's going to be hit in the gap, just barely passes Hartman. And that's going to get in. So they're going to choose whether to advance Otsenizer to third or not. And no, they won't. So here comes Eric Hepler. The third baseman, number 9, Eric Hepler. So now here we go. Now back at it. 1 out. Good single for Jack to get the momentum. Currently, Camp Shoemaker due next. So now that's going to be in the dirt, and that's going to be out wild. Lots and eyes are running, and so is Sensenig. Now they'll have not just one, but two runners in scoring position. And how about it? So Hepler, who's 0 for 1 today, has a little bit of more breathing room to try to get somebody home. So with one out, bottom of our 5th inning we go. Now a 1-0 count. There's one out currently. Here we go. They're going to send it on a squeeze. The squeeze works. Lots and eyes are to come home. Hepler to get out. And that will be how the cookies crumble. 8-3 to go. Sensitive to third. And Lots and eyes are to come home. The squeeze bunt. Flawless. Hepler does his job well also. 8-3 just like that. Otsego down by 5. And so now Shoemaker is going to be the one up to finish the Eastern rotation. The right fielder, number 5, Cam Shoemaker. So now back at it again we go. And to take it right there, going and high out, ball 1. Gives us a 1-0 count. And here we go. So 1-0 for Shoemaker. Try to get somewhere with it. Contact made. That's going out and high. I'll be strike 1. So now a 1-1 count. There's 2 outs. So here we go. We get set again. 1-1 count. Shoemaker. Gonna get a hold of that. That's going way out. Oh, and that's going to hit somebody's car from the sound of it. Somebody's car just got smoked. Oh, no, that might have been one of the buses, excuse me. So, one of the buses behind me to get hit. Gonna wake you up, but here we go. 1-2 count now for Shoemaker. And he'll take it down low in the dirt, make that a 2-2. No, they ruled it a ball. I guess he must have swung at that, but still... Here we go. Eastwood going to have that, and here we go. Bottom of the 5th turns to the top of the 6th inning. Eastwood holding on, and we will continue onward. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. I'm Dan Ridenour, and here we go. Eastwood has had a terrific second, or third, fourth, and 5th inning. Scored 3 runs, both in the 3rd and 4th, just to get a little one extra in the frisk. And that's all well, but now an 0-2 count. And here we go for Mentrick. He's 0 for 2 today. Lots and eyes are at 86 in times called. So, still waiting now, but anything possible, really. So he'll get set, kicks, and deals. That's going to be the first ball of the at-bat. 1-2 count. Mentrick not going anywhere with it. And so that'll be where you want it. Now back at it again, however. They're at a 1-2. The siren sound from the Otsego dugout high and going to check it. That's ball 2. So now a 2-2 count for Lotzenizer in the top of our 6th inning. So we're already 6 deep today. That'll be another high ball thrown by Lotzenizer, so that will be... And here we go. The full count and another time called. So Lotzenizer going to take a bit of a walk as well. Find it. Full count now. Here we go for Keegan Mentrick. He'll try to throw it in. Contact made. That's going to keep the at-bat alive. Where it lands, I do not know, but Lotzenizer's at 90 currently. So now a full count. Lotzenizer going to get going high. And no, they'll roll at ball 4. So Mentrick will walk, and here comes Colin Went. The designated hitter, number 3, Colin Went. And now back we go. And they're discussing it here. Now here we go. Colin went up. He'll throw a high curveball. That's not going anywhere. It'll be tad high. And now that looks like it's going, and that's going to be out high and left fouled. And so 1-1 count now. Lotzenizer at 93 thrown, top of our 6, getting chillier than ever, I'll tell you. Some of the guys talking about going to Mike and AJ's after this. I don't know, man. Tad cold for ice cream today, but, you know, ice cream's always in season. 1-1 count. And that's going to make it a 1-2. So here we go. Nobody out. Trying to put the cherry on top of the sundae is Paul. He's at a 1-2 now to do it. And he'll get him on the curve. Swinging it like a sword is Went. And here we go now to the number 9 of Grady Frank. The second baseman, number 9, Grady Frank. And so that's unfortunate for him. 1 out now. And here we'll go. 8-3 is what they're at. So now they're going to have to find it. And that's going to be a high curve. Out with some barking. Now on an 0-1. Here we go. 1 out. They're just going to try to find it. That's going to ground over to Ludhart. Contact made. Gets it over to Woodward. There's 1, and there is not 2. They get the lead man at least. So now here we go. The number 8 of Hartman up. The third baseman, number 8, Jack Hartman. And so Hartman going to be the 1 out next. And now here we go. Top of the 6th, 2 out. On an 0-2, down and deep. That'll be ball 1 called. So now a 1-0 for 2 out. And here we go. 1-0, 2 out. Lotzenizer to throw. Down, out, and away. That'll be ball 2. So now a 2-0 count. And here we go. And now a 2-0, 2 out. Waiting for it now. Lotzenizer going to need something. He'll try to get there, and he won't. So that's going to make it a 3-0 count. And here we go. On a 3-0, 2 out. And timeout called. And now they're rolling that Caden Donnell's doing something. And so this is interesting. Not sure. Claiming Caden Donnell's doing something. Well, 3-0 nonetheless. Here we go. 3-0, 2 out. Here we go. I'm going to try to find it, and that's going to be striked. So now a 3-1 count to go. And they'll have to keep it moving. 8-3, top of our sixth. We're looking for something here. And that'll be hit high, and that's going to go into right and drop before Shoemaker. Are they going to send anybody to third? No, they are not. And so that is what we have. And now not sure what else to do, but nonetheless, that'll be a single. They're going to put Coach Leedy over to Paul Otsenizer. They're going to give some motivation. Thought they were going to have a pitching change, but no, here's the 29 of Nemo Barnes. The pitcher, number 29, Nemo Barnes. So here we go again. For Barnes is ready, 2 outs. And he'll swing at his first pitch. That's going to be fouled out of here all the way over to the middle school. 0-1 count now for 2 outs. And so now on the 0-1. Try to find something. Taking it to the same spot again almost, except it'll hit a pole. It's an 0-2 count for Barnes. And it's where we stand currently. And now on the 0-2, contact made on the high pitch, however, and that's going to be a hit. So that's over to Donnell, going to have to try to throw it in. That'll go to Kashmir, and Otsego will score 1. They'll try to get him out at third, and they won't. So Frank will get over to home, and Hartman going to get over to third for the number 4 in the lineup of Lincoln Fertig. The center fielder, number 4, Lincoln Fertig. And so now an 8-5 game for Eastwood Otsego. Here we go. Fertig up. Got a man on third to make it within 2. And Barnes is at first to make it within 1. That'll be high. That'll be ball 1. So now 1-0. And here we go. .106 thrown by Lotzenizer. Top of the 6th. Tries to get him again. Ball 2. 2-0 count now is what we have with 2 out. Hepler guarding a man at third. Kashmir guarding a man at first base. Really needing to get some. And now strike 1 makes it a 2-1 count. On a 2-1. Kashmir set in first. Lotzenizer to throw it in. They're going to roll that ball 3. Makes it a 3-1 count. So on the 3-1 we go. Fertig getting set and ready. Bats in the air. Lotzenizer will be up and calls time just like that. He seems a tad premature. Or I guess a tad or whatever. But here we go. The energy up. 3-1 count. Eastwood up by 3. The belt kick and deal for Lotzenizer going to be out and then back in. Full count. We're at a 3-2 ball game now. Goes in favor of anybody. Needing to get a base hit. Colton Woodward calling a shift over to the left side for the right-hander. Anything in play. Down low. And gets him on the backward K. Paul Lotzenizer. How about that to end the top of the 6th inning? How about that? And Lotzenizer going to move it along to end it. How? Wow. Bringing it all the way back. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning off a beautiful backward K by Lotzenizer. And don't go anywhere at all. We're just getting started. This is Eastwood Baseball and Eastwood Sports Media. And here we go, everybody. After an explosive top of the sixth inning for Lotzenizer to get the backwards K to end it, we will go again. Colton Woodward going to be the man up. And here we go. He'll take a pitch in. That'll be strike one. So now an 0-1 count. With nobody out currently. And here we go again. On the 0-1. So back and down low again. Tied up for Woodward. He's at a 1-1. Also 2 for 3 today in the bottom of our sixth inning. Nemo Barnes at 32. And so now Barnes going to be ready. Going to look for something. And now that's going to be a high popper. And that's going out to center field. Fertig going to be there, and Fertig to make the catch. But now here comes Brock Messinger. The left fielder, number 3, Brock Messinger. And so now here we go. So he'll take his first pitch. That's going to be ball 1. 1-0 count. So here we go. On a 1-0. 1 out. Contact made by Messinger. Is it going to get down? And it's actually going to hit off the glove of Hartman. And he gets there in time for Donnell. The center fielder, number 4, Caden Donnell. So here we go for Donnell. He's all even now. 1 out. Messinger to get on first by the sweat of his hand, or the skin of his teeth. And so here we go. 0-0, down low. That's going to be rolled ball 1, so now a 1-0. And so now back on the 1-0 for Donnell. Needing to get something here. He's knowing the importance, so we're back at it again. On a 1-0. Donnell to be up currently. 1-0 count with 1 out. Going to be down low and outside. Messinger trying to steal. Is he going to get there in time? Looks like he did. Tag was missed. So he's going to be ruled safe. Now a 2-0. So what Coach Leedy's going to call here, we don't know yet. But here we go. On a 2-0, 1 out. Donnell to be up and down and out. And so we'll keep it going. 3-0 count for Donnell now. With Drew Kashmerick due up. He's at a 3-0 now. So we'll go. And that's just going to be ball 4 and a clean sweep for the 6th time. Donnell is going to take a trip. And now here comes the first baseman of Drew Kashmerick. The first baseman, number 27, Drew Kashmerick. Now here we go again. Messinger to second. 8-4 is ruled our score. Looks, if I was mistaken, I thought it was 8-5. But here we go again. First pitch by Kashmerick going to be rolled a strike. So now it'll make him an 0-1. They also try to throw over to Messinger. Now here we go. Corners painted. Then moving no more. Kashmerick going to get a low bopper, however. And that's going to drop. So here comes home Messinger. And Donnell to third. And here comes the catcher, Connor Norton. The catcher, number 2, Connor Norton. Time is called. Messinger to come home. And Kashmerick at first. He's coming back. I'm not sure who they're going to pinch hit him. Oh, and none other than Jamison King's going to be the pinch runner here. As Caden Donnell is at third. Pinch hitting for Drew Kashmerick. Number 16, Jamison King. And so now here we go with 1 out. Norton's up. Have they found him or not? Messinger to come home. And they're going to send King as well just early. And he's going to get there. So now there's two in scoring position again. With Paul Otsenizer up 9-4 now your score for Eastwood. After Messinger is able to come home after the RBI single by Cash Merrick. And so Norton goes, makes contact. Right back to Simon, but he's going to trip. Donnell comes home in time. Norton's out. King all the way to third, and he's safe. The pitcher, number 28, Paul Otsenizer. So here we go. 10-4 now for Eastwood. By 6. Quite the way that we wanted to see it happen. Round out for Norton after that, but here goes with 2 outs is Paul Otsenizer. Hopefully the last time that we're on offense today. And here we go. That's going to be outside and away. That'll be ball 1. A 1-0 now for Otsenizer. So here we go. And that'll be another one cut at. That'll be strike 1. So now a 1-1 count, 2 outs. And here we go. 1-1, 2 out. Back at it again. That's going to be a strike. So now a 1-2. And here we go. So on a 1-2 count now with 2 outs. Otsenizer looking for something here. Trying to get a fix on it. And that's going to be high and out. That'll be a ball 2. So now a 2-2 count. And here we go. So now on a 2-2. All 2s actually for Otsenizer. Here we go. That's going to be down low and in the dirt. That'll be the full count. So now a full actually. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for Barnes. And here we go. And now Otsenizer are going to get ready. Throws, and that's going to be outside and away. That'll be the 7th take a trip for today. And here comes Jack Sensenig. The designated hitter, number 21, Jack Sensenig. And so here we go, 2 outs. He's 1 for 3 today. Barnes has thrown 50 as the reliever. Eastwood has some corners painted, and they're up by 6, so here we go. They're going to send Otsenizer. I'm not sure he'll get there in time, and yeah, he's going to be tagged out by a mile, but that is what we'll have everybody to play some defense now. Trying to close it out, we'll head to the top of the 7th inning. This is Eastwood Baseball on Eastwood Sports Media. And welcome back, everybody, to Eastwood Baseball here on Eastwood Sports Media. I'm Dan Ridnar, joining you for quite another day. Eastwood looking to close out something special. It's brewing here, and I'll tell you, And now that'll be a high curved out and back in. And so that'll be ball one. So now a 1-0. At it again. Kashmirk to throw. The relief pitcher for today looks like he'll do something similar to the last time. And so now that'll be the first strike. So now a 2-1 count. And now we'll keep it waiting. That'll be a high curve ball right back to Kashmirk and then over to Ludhart. And the throw will be in time over to first at Lotzenheiser. The third baseman, number 23, Bodie Simon. And so here we go again. A lot of anticipation with what we have. Only 2 outs away from ending this game. That's going to be inside, but strike one for Kashmirk. And so now here we go. And that'll be out and wide. And so now all ones across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. No. Went out just a little bit. We're okay, though. Kashmirk throws back in again. Contact made. That's going to be a bit of a little hopper over to Woodward. And that's going to go to... Oh, and no, he's safe. They called him safe. Well, here comes the number 19 of Jackson Hicks. The catcher, number 19, Jackson Hicks. They'll call him safe at first. Must have beaten out the throw. And here we go after that, I guess. So it'll be ruled on it. Here we go. Going to be outside and away. That'll be strike one. Just rolled a single over from Woodward. Here comes Jackson Hicks. So he's looking for something here. 0-1. Contact made again over to Hepler. Going to throw over to second. Woodward gets there for the out. And not going to get it at first, however. So now there's 2 outs with a man on first. And here coming up is going to be the number 25 of Keegan Mentrick. The number 25, Keegan Mentrick. So here we go. 2 outs. Top of our 7th, Eastwood. Up by 6. So looking to close it in the top of our 7th. Forgot to change that. My apologies. Hopefully we'll change that to a final after this. But here we go for Kashmirk. Top of the 7th. Eastwood up 10-4. Hicks is on first. Oh, and excuse me, no, they'll be having a pinch runner. So we'll wait for that contact and then swing at strike one. Pinch running for Hicks, number 21, Caden Reinberger. Now Kashmirk going to be set on the 0-1. And that'll be an 0-2, so Kashmirk going to be able to get it. And now here we go. Mentrick going to go, and Hill's going to try to get him there, but that's going to be a bit outside. Doesn't leave the circle, however. So that's going to be good for Norton now. He's at an 0-2 count. There's 2 outs. They're looking for somebody here to try to end it. So Kashmirk going to get set and deal. 0-2. That's going to be fouled out by Mentrick, keeping it alive. So on the 0-2 now, here we go. Kashmirk getting ready. And now he'll get set. Belt, kick, deal, right in, high ball. That might be Donnell to end it. He's going to have to roll in a little bit, and it's caught. So Eastwood going to win it, and how about that? Eastwood gets back in the win column. A crucial victory over the Otsego Knights here today. Will sweep them for the year. They had some help, ladies and gentlemen. Really needed it today, and it pulls off their back of the win column after a delayed game against Rossford and then a 6-2 loss to Maumee. But here we go. We're back at it again. Next game will be Friday at Lake. First pitch, I believe, is scheduled for 5. And then after that, we will travel to Rossford in the morning to finish it up But here we go. Eastwood had some help. They're back in the win column. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm Dan Ridenauer.